Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is Monday, August 30th, 2021. We're about to wind the month down. We're about to open up another week. Indeed, we've come out of the weekend fairly unscathed. Of course, things looked, we still relatively do look poised for a bearish breakdown, but it hasn't come yet. And of course, this weekend trading session kind of lingered going sideways. Slight dip down to what, 27 over, 40.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who got screwed over on that price action over the weekend.
It could have. I do know a lot of Main Street was quite bullish on all this price action, but I do think that this breakdown is currently held off. But we'll see. Will we test 50K before that breakdown comes? We're certainly going to look at it. Going to cover all that in today's TA. And yeah, we're going to get into the show, guys. As always, Crypto Jack coming to you live for another exciting installment in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Joined, of course, by two of our lead analysts, the big brains that make a lot of the trades and the signals and everything happen here at CC. We got Alex and Jason. How you guys doing today?
Beautiful Monday.
All right. I do think Alex is there.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. It was good. It was a great weekend. I made a lot of money off of NFTs. That was nice.
It was a good weekend for NFTs.
Profitable. Yeah. If I showed you guys what I had made money off of, you would not believe it. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, those NFTs blow my mind, man.
I know, right? The market is red hot for the NFTs.
It's just a picture of some text. It's not a picture with text. It's a picture of text.
Absolutely insane.
I sold them for $15,000.
Wow. Well,
it's this market.
Another day in the crypto life.
I told you guys one of my Ether tulips had sold, right?
Yep, Ether tulips. Wow, it's really thinking of everything.
It was right up there with Ether rocks. I was like, this market's just dumb enough for Ether tulips. I like it.
I did see those rocks. Those are ridiculous.
Yep, NFT rocks going for tens of thousands of dollars.
One go for like 140.
Wow. Well then, guys, we're going to cover all this and more, I guess, in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and get into it. You know how the next hour and a half is going to unfold. We are going to take a brief look at the news before we dive into the live chat. Shout out everybody taking a look at the bubbles today as well. And then we get into the main TA, guys. And finally, we're going to get into your requests. Sure, we got some decent chart requests ready and brewing. I'm going to get into those in just a minute. All right, in the meantime, we'll hop into the news segment here. And let's have a look here. What's this corporate bands target NFTs? Whoops, let me just open this one up. All right, we're good to go. All right, this first piece, of course, is titled, What are scam airdrop tokens on Binance Smart Chain and why are they so prevalent? This is something Alex brought to our attention in the News Pulse Premium. Let me just check one other thing here. All right, I think we're good. Scam tokens continue to be airdropped to wallets, flooding the Binance Smart Chain crypto space with fake tokens. Recent developments have shown that scam tokens and scammers are now widespread throughout the Binance Smart Chain network. In the last few days, reports of fake tokens being airdropped to wallets have appeared throughout Twitter and Reddit message boards, warning that inexperienced crypto investors should stay cautious. On August 24th, the leading blockchain security company PeckShield tweeted out a list of fake tokens and strongly advised users not to approve the fake token on any websites. The repercussions for approving on scams websites have resulted in users having all of their funds stolen from their wallets. Here's a quote from Peck. A bunch of scam tokens are identified. Please stay alert and do not approve of the following phishing sites: ShibaDrop.io, AAExchange.io, BSCToken.io, and many more other IOs and BNB scam sites. At the current moment, airdrop scams and the scammers behind them are free to continue scamming without consequence. The only defense against malicious efforts is to not engage in the faulty websites that understand what a scam token looks like. All right, well, this article is a little lengthy, so I will certainly link it in the description below if you guys want to take a look at this. I'm sure much of our astute audience is already super vigilant. They don't go connecting their wallet to random websites signing random messages. But guys, just remember, if you do get airdropped some random token, apparently now super common on Binance Smart Chain, just leave it be. Don't be tempted to move it or go explore more about the token on their website. That's usually a prompt to connect your wallet and you get scammed. So extremely, go figure, extremely prevalent. And now on Binance Smart Chain, which I must say, Binance Smart Chain certainly has the appeal. It's that fresher, newer space, chock full of ICOs and other opportunities, along with cheaper fees than Ethereum. What could go wrong? Asks the retail trader. Well, this is one of many things. The scammers, of course, gravitate to where, I guess, the waters are the warmest and the friendliest for these types of scams. So, highly encourage you guys to be careful out there. Let's go ahead and get in to the next piece. Decentraland quests. The journey begins. Is this the big new chapter in Decentraland unfolding? Let's take a look. The product of a brand new tool is in the creator arsenal. Quests have arrived in Decentraland. Quests were a cool addition to last year's Halloween Christmas celebrations, with revelers taking part in a mystery in the metaverse and festive treasure hunt. Multi-day quests with prizes of wearables and POAPs. Man, you can tell I'm not even tuned into this particular spot. What are POAPs? Proof of authority something, maybe?
It's the proof of attendance protocol. It's basically like a little badge that you get for having attended an event.
Right.
It really sets off people's collector's instincts. They're like, ooh, I get like a little badge for showing up. Yeah, I'll come. And everybody's like, look, where's the Pope? I need to get the Pope, or POAP, or however you want to call it, the proof of attendance protocol.
Right. You got to get the poop up in here. In the meantime, results in the first round quest making. Simply head to the plaza. Yeah, this is reminiscent, and guys, this is kind of where things are going. Reminiscent of kind of an existing thing. You already have achievements to be unlocked in many of the games we play today. Now imagine all of that transitioning over to a decentralized kind of experience. Guys, the future gaming is hot. And yes, even maybe receiving some of these early tokens, might prove to be very fruitful. So I mean, not sure how many gamers we have in here. Maybe your kids are the gamers and the ones that ought to be exploring Decentraland and all the opportunity that awaits within. Do check it out. But I feel the metaverse is coming into existence before our eyes, and guys, I feel like a year from now we very well might be kicking it in the metaverse for the show or something at this rate. So cool. There's always that. Well, I mean, I got my VR goggles ready, guys, so I don't know about you, but indeed, the metaverse, all the buzz, Decentraland quests incoming. All right, here's one more piece here. Full DNS namespace integration to ENS now on the mainnet. This is, of course, coming from ENS. In a Medium article, we're pleased to announce that full DNS namespace integration for ENS, which of course is the Ethereum name service, is now live on the Ethereum mainnet. This enables the owners of DNS second-layer domain names, a DNS name with one dot in it, to import a same name for use on ENS. For example, if you own example.com on DNS, you can import it into ENS as example.com, not example.eth. The latter is a separate name. You can then set ENS records for it to allow you to receive payments in currencies like ETH, Doge. Man, this is pretty cool. This is a bit of a necessary tweak, I think, to Ethereum. Of course, we've already had the Ethereum name services, guys. If you're not aware what this is kind of like a .com, except it ends in a .eth, of course, and it allows people to quickly resolve your address on the blockchain, so to speak, right? At the moment, obviously, addresses are very convoluted, hard to keep track of. What we'd really need is shorthands, right? Short forms of these of your addresses, and that's where Ethereum name services came in. They gave you a funky .eth name, domain, I should say, even, and allowed you to easily kind of substitute that for addresses in a lot of common things, such as wallet sends, for instance. well, I guess now they're bringing .com. So now even the .com will be able to be kind of packaged on the blockchain and kind of act as a .eth address as well. This is huge. This is huge. This will allow, I think, many existing businesses, people already with existing .coms, and of course .com is the gold standard. It is the one most consumers, customers, clients are all familiar with. It's what the normies want. Being able to kind of import a .com and have it act as what we, currently have as .eth is pretty big. This is gonna Ethereum continuing to grow out even just a bit in these uncertain times. Very good development. All right, is there anything else I really need to cover? Yes, maybe one more piece here. Cointelegraph, corporate brands targeting NFTs. The adoption continues to skyrocket. Yes, we were just talking about NFTs. Not to get everybody too hot and bothered to FOMO into the next NFT, but let's have a look what this piece is about. Non-fungible token space is arguably one of the most popular aspects of crypto and blockchain technology. Indeed, NFTs are often the topic of conversation, garnering significant interest from both inside and outside the industry. Such is the growing appeal of NFTs outside the crypto space that major brands like Visa and Budweiser are now acquiring popular items from popular collections. These moves are different from the usual corporate interactions with NFTs that often involve creating their own digital goods. Indeed, we've seen so many corporate cash grabs come along. They've been quick in some cases to release their own NFTs, but now we're actually seeing one where they're starting to pick up a few already budding projects in the industry. Let's have a look. As is often the case with crypto and blockchain matters, significant adoption from major legacy players triggers a FOMO-driven frenzy. Several NFT collections have seen massive price floor rises as other collections hop into the trend. Beyond the current hype, some crypto proponents say NFTs offer more than mimetic appeal and can be, quote, the killer app for Web 3.0. If such assertions prove true, then non-fungible tokens could be a conduit for gamified investments in the emerging decentralized web, becoming the focal point of the next iteration of the internet, similar to how e-commerce and social media have dominated the current cyberspace. I have to admit, after having spent, only just a few weeks really absorbing all the NFT has to offer, I have to acknowledge that indeed there is a major gateway kind of here. There is a huge crossover into the normie space. Plenty of people that I think would not have probably invested in EOS or Cardano or Solana or any upstart DeFi or other token. They're all over NFTs. People need to know the bare minimum. Ethereum's ironed out enough that average Redditor can basically hop on the MetaMask, get some Ethereum in there, and start interacting with the NFT, the OpenSea marketplace, and so forth. This is, it's totally different, I'd say, even than, like I said, them getting involved in a traditional crypto token, crypto asset. I guess to us that are kind of already formally involved in traditional tokens, altcoins, the blockchain space, the NFTs, I don't know, they were a little awkward, but now I realize, wow, this is the normie appeal. This is what gets the masses excited. Small collectible trinkets, small little I don't know, references to pop culture or cartoons or whatever you have. This really is the killer app, the mass appeal, the gateway into understanding digital assets, crypto collectibles, what have you. This is certainly it. August 23rd, Visa announced purchase CryptoPunk, indeed for 50 Ether. We covered this just a week ago. The news arguably created a stir in the crypto space and even beyond, with several CryptoPunks getting snapped up by wealthy buyers keen to get in on the action. CryptoPunks is among a league of OG NFTs from 2017, long before the current hype surrounding NFTs. Created by Larva Labs back in 2017, the collection contains obviously 10,000 pixelated images we all know by now. These ones happen to have, of course, they're of course stored on the blockchain itself. Punks have hailed as the inspiration for the whole ERC 7021 token standard for NFTs and a precursor to blockchain-based generative art. Upon the initial release, CryptoPunks were available for free to interested collectors, blah, 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 but look how increasingly sought after they have become. The cheapest punk available for purchase is about 120 ETH. Wow. 120, 400 grand for the cheapest punk. Incredible. At the time of writing, 30-day volume, blah, 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 NFT adoption. And the article goes on, guys. If you do want to, wow, this one really does go into the NFTs, guys. This is a lengthy article concerning NFTs, guys. If you want to check this out or any of the other articles that I referenced this afternoon, I will leave a link to each one of these in the description below. Alex, you have something you want to add? Thought I heard you.
No, I don't think there is that much I really need to add here.
All right, excellent, guys. I do encourage you, if you want to like this is a good write-up on NFTs, where the space is now. I do encourage you to give this a read, but let's go ahead and get into the next segment. Check the time, 1:23. I think we're doing good. Let's keep going.
I wonder if we're near like a market top, or if we're still not even there yet. It's just hard to imagine this market heating up even more. But I mean, the amount of people trading NFTs has doubled in the last couple of months. If you remember a while back, I mentioned that there were only 100,000 wallets, like Ethereum wallets, that were trading on OpenSea. Now there's 200,000 Ethereum wallets that are trading on OpenSea. So like more people are participating. But you know, just what can the market bear? I wonder. Because you can measure stuff like this by how many of your normie friends start coming out of the woodwork to ask you about X thing. Like at the top of the market, I had at the top of the market in April, I had old college buddies coming to me asking me how to buy Bitcoin. I was like, hey, you missed your chance. That was last year, buddy.
Yeah.
I too wonder that. Are we near? Me in particular, am I entering somewhere near market cycle top? I see a case in both directions, but a big part of me leans toward no. This is actually this is barely just beginning. I had my DM from D&D ask me this morning about NFTs. D&D?
Yes, I play D&D, and the normie D&D dungeon. It's funny normie, but yeah. The non-crypto DM, he hit me up this morning to ask me like what are these NFTs thing, like a little bit about them. Yeah,
well, that's certainly the future we're looking at.
Is that a top sign, or are we like not quite there yet? I just don't know.
Yep.
It's hard tough to call. But here is a glimpse at your future, guys. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. And I guess this is one way it'll be facilitated. All of your prized possessions on the cloud somewhere.
I own all these digital items. That's the whole point.
I know you do, but at the same time they're not really like physical, tangible goods. So for all intents and purposes, your wealth will be accumulated in the cloud, so to speak. So it's maybe you kind of get what I'm getting at, right? Our current standard of living, our current way of life, I think, is slowly changing, and of course we're heading into a more digital environment. Yes, you're going to own certificates of ownership on the blockchain of somewhere, pointing to some asset on the cloud, but really quite the same thing as the days of old. Shoeboxes full of your collectibles under the bed. That is indeed a cultural shift. All right. With that point out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the bubbles. What's going on in the alt space today? Well, seems like a bit of a mixed bag, but there are some massive gainers. Phantom. Do I have this set on the daily? Because yeah, it is on the daily. Phantom ups 70%.
Yeah, it's a big day for Boo too.
Boo?
Yes, it's the Spooky Swap token. Boo.
Ah, that's right, that one. Yeah, Boo, Spooky Swap over on Phantom. Well, go figure. Yes, indeed, things are turning up hard on Phantom, up 70%. Perp, 26% gains on Perp. Cello, up nearly 76%. Wow, incredible day for Cello. And E-Gold.
I feel good. I had some Spooky Swap Phantom LP staked, so that's doing pretty well.
All right. Well then, beyond that, we got Solana up 15%. I do see a common thread today. Solana, I think, hitting all-time highs on the back of some kind of token burn, I believe. Yeah, Solana doing good. Phantom doing good. Go figure. Harmony, one coin up about 15%. Waves up 12. And, well, seems like a smattering of kind of losers hanging around down about single digits, some up about single digits. So a couple outlier big gainers today, but otherwise the market looks to be a little droopier, a little sideways. Congrats, I guess, to any Phantom holders and these Solana heads in the space. Doing extremely well right now as the market seemingly love affair with Solana continues. All right. That's a quick look at the bubbles. Let's go see who's in the live chat today. Loyal audience kicking it with us this Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Thanks to everybody who stopped in and watched UFC with us over Saturday. That was good. It was a good Saturday UFC night. Did anybody catch the Logan Paul fight last night?
I did not.
Oh boy.
Who did he fight?
He fought some ex-UFC champion turned boxer.
Who did?
Jake Paul. Fought his third major. Is this his fourth major boxing exhibition? Yep. And guess who won? Guess who won? Yep, Jake Paul by decision. Put on a real clinic for the aspiring former UFC champion. Yeah, a lot of people were obviously a little salty about that, but again, it was an interesting watch last night, guys. Boxing's not quite my bag, but like I said, I did have a good time peeping UFC with you guys. With that said, let's quickly scroll over here. Jordan Stotts on YouTube first in the chat. Big shout outs to Jordan. Philly Carr in the YouTube as well. Writing evening, fellas. Shout outs to Philly Carr. Crypto Jenny joins us on DLive. Hi, everyone. Well, it's nice to have Crypto Jenny back. It's nice when we convert new users in the live chat into regulars in the live chat. Dark Rico's with us. Good evening, all. Big good evening to Mr. Dark Rico. Alex1233, hello, and a good evening. Good evening. Franklin MC, greetings, ladies and gents. Well, a very good greeting to you, Mr. Franklin. All right, let's see here. Cavano Trades is with us. Let's see here. Polly B on DLive. Hey, people. Shoutouts to Polly B. Another regular. Taz Blitz, evening, all. Good shoutouts to Taz. Let's see here. Mr. Ether asking if we've been shadow banned again. Well, I'd like to hope not, but let me very quickly check my phone. Open up the YouTube app. Do we appear on the home? No, we don't. And not appearing on our feed. Well, Mr. Ether, you're right this time. We are shadow banned. And for what reason? I do not know. I really do not know. Alex1233, I started following on 5 months ago, and I never left since. Some great TA from these chaps. Well, thank you very much, Alex1233. Franklin MC, anyone run into Stake Node? Nope, never run with Stake Node. Let's see here. Human readable. Yes, indeed. Human readable addresses, I guess, is the appropriate term for those DNS, those .eth domains. Thank you, Chico Blanco. Yes, a bit like Urbit or like EOS. EOS, of course, I think was one of the first projects to really pioneer human readable addresses on the chain. One really good thing I think about EOS. Anyword, ARRR. All right, so he's repping the pirate chain. Hang tight if that's a request. Nito323 on Twitch. If you guys are still looking at NFTs, Solana Doge NFTs will blow up soon, and it's not financial advice. Okay, guys. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to venture all the way to Solana to pick up some Doge NFTs, but there's something to think about. Peckham08 on Twitch. You're welcome to
I bought some Kusama NFTs today.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I should get in on that.
Finally talked me into joining the Kusama network.
Wow. I gotta move some of my Kusama funds over there and see if I can get some of my hands on juicy Kusama NFTs.
All the NFTs are so cheap,
right?
Sort of, but more people are starting to arrive at the ecosystem and stuff's getting bought up pretty quickly now.
I believe it. All right, something to look into after the show for me, I guess. Anyword, anyone know how to get a? Oh my God, Anyword, you're a funny guy. Polly B requesting COTI on the daily. All right, I will certainly add that to the request line. Nito says Solana is practically no fees to mint NFTs, and it's way better than ETH. I can see why. Yes, the ETH, the gas prices.
It's basically true for everyone but ETH. Like BSC, it's super cheap. It's super cheap on Solana. It's super cheap on Atom. It's super cheap on Kusama. It's super cheap everywhere right now, except for Ethereum, where it's super It's fucking expensive.
Yep. Well, that's the cost of proof of work. Consensus algo. Of course, we're shifting toward 2.0 and proof of stake as quickly as we possibly can. Will it be quick enough? Crypto Johnny, the price of a single action is not too much for me. Yeah, I can honestly, I can still eat the Ethereum fees for now. Let's see here. Ethereum gas fee on Hex was $75 a couple nights ago. Way too high. It's probably a more elaborate contract. I can completely understand why it would be $75 to do something on Hex. If you missed out CryptoPunks, you can still get cheap. Alright, someone's still shilling Solana Punks. Polyb, Helium Network on the daily, please. Alright, we'll add that to the request line. Shoutouts to Daniel and Franklin MC. I think I already mentioned Franklin. You guys are shadow banned on YouTube. Yes, I know we are. Very, very sorry. Completely beyond our control. But believe me, guys, we are looking to find something to alleviate this little problem here at CC. Just give me another week, guys, and I might be able to fix all this. Mr. Ether, Robert Warner, definitely a top friend of T's. My son has friends asking him. Toppy. Peckham 08. I own a Funko Pop real world asset because I own the Grail version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. Well, yeah. Save your TMNT gear. You might still fetch a top dollar on eBay someday. Bricks. Mover. All right. Not sure what that relates to. We can't chart K-Moon. All right. Maybe these are tickers.
Mover is Mover. It's a new chain.
Gotcha. Mr. Ether. Cello. Damn it. I have some of that on Coinbase. All right. Very nice. Go get it listed. Indeed. All right, let's read a couple more, and we got to get into the show, guys. Revolution joins us today. Big shout-outs to Bricks, of course. Let's see here. Mr. Ether, Rand Dooner sold most of his Ethereum for Solana. Damn. Solana on the up and coming. Your dad is Mike Tyson, says LX1233. Now we have Jake Paul. Okay. And David Rice. What's up, all? Shoutouts to David Rice. No shadow ban, he says. Showed up for him today. Well, unless it just expired. That's an interesting one. Let's see here. Shadow banned here in the UK. Wow. So maybe it depends on your jurisdiction. Incredible. Thank you, YouTube, for all of the work you do protecting the viewers. All right. Enough of that, guys. There is your shoutouts. Kusama writes Bricks. Indeed, Kusama. Let's get into it. All right. Well, we're going to have get into the TA segment now. Doing great on time. Let's continue. Alex is going to go live. We're going to connect to his screen in just a moment. Lemon run. Yeah, we're going to have lemons coming your way in just... let's see here, 45 minutes. Yeah, let's call it 40 minutes from now, guys, is when we'll open up 2:15. We'll get into the lemons. In the meantime, I'm going to hop into the live chat in just a second, or into the live scene in just a second. All right, perfect. Connected to Alex. Here we go. We've got him on screen. You're looking at the BitMEX daily chart. So looks like we're all synced up. Once again, guys, get your requests into the chat below. I'm going to go into the live chat and start extracting everyone's requests, get them ready for the next segment. All right, Alex, this is yours. Take it away. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
All right. So not a lot has happened on Bitcoin over the weekend. For the last 3 days, we've traded at resistance. This is Friday. This is Friday. We pumped up to resistance. Saturday, Sunday, and today, Monday, we're slowly just kind of tipping over. We never were able to make it over 50K here. You can see we've been beating at this door for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days now. We haven't been able to get over. So it certainly feels pretty topped out in this spot. What do we got on the weekly here too?
Hanging Man on the weekly.
This is it's just a doji actually. So yeah, this really feels very topped out here. Three-day bearish divergence.
Broken trend.
And I think we should have that continuation long signal, or a continuation short signal at the end of today that we've been looking for. We were looking to like pump back up towards this, towards our moving average, and then reject from this area, and then we want to catch this continuation short signal here. So as long as we get this directional bias from time transformation, I'll be good to go on this short, I think. We don't quite have enough momentum or volatility yet, but that's fine. We don't really need it for a continuation signal. We have all the confirmation we need by continuing to remain below our moving average. You can see bullish over here, not bullish anymore. So yeah, we're biased to the downside. So we're taking this. So let's go ahead and we'll put that on our watch list to take a look at for later. Ethereum looks a little bit more interesting here. Where is it? There we go. This is the one I wanted. So at this time, we don't have a continuation short signal. You can see we're actually crossed up here. This is not a signal that we could long, but it's kind of interesting looking. Let's look at ETH Bitcoin. That's bullish. To me, I see a break of the downtrend. We have maybe something a little less. Ooh. Well, this is a new candle, so this doesn't mean much, but this is kind of interesting looking. If we could get a continuation on Ethereum Bitcoin here, at least up to, to retest the highs, if nothing else. Yeah, okay. If I had to choose, I would rather be long on Ethereum Bitcoin here. So maybe Ethereum can diverge from Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin's not as weak as I think it is. What else is showing strength right here? Let me look at some of my. I don't dislike Tron Bitcoin here. Yeah, I would rather be long Tron in this spot. XRP, Bitcoin, let's look at this. This could fall some more. Litecoin. It certainly feels as if you would be shorting a bottom to try and go short Litecoin anywhere, Litecoin, Bitcoin anywhere in this area, right? So if we wouldn't want to short Litecoin against Bitcoin, then maybe that means Litecoin is going to rise against Bitcoin. Maybe Litecoin can diverge from Bitcoin in this spot. EOS, Bitcoin, jeez, lots of sideways here. It can go either way. I don't really see much of a signal here. ADA looks like it could pull back against Bitcoin here. We got a little bit of a trend break as shown. Let's look at the broader crypto market. Bitcoin dominance continues falling as expected. This looks very bearish for Bitcoin against alts, but that means we could get more pushing of alts up here. So I'm biased for alts against Bitcoin in this spot right now. The weekly trend also looks the weekly looks weak. I don't know. Uniswap perp looks almost ready to just continue. We're on the other side of this trend line that I have drawn, but you know, that doesn't necessarily mean all that much. The Dragon perp looks weak here. I think DeFi purpose is still weak looking too. I mean, we're right at resistance. We're underneath the daily moving average. Why are we underneath the moving average if we're strong, right? Aren't parabolic trends supposed to gain strength? Aren't we supposed to stay above the uptrend here? Same story for privacy perp. Exchange perp makes me feel like we could still bounce up into this area before breaking down here. That is what if you recall, that is what I had drawn out as one possibility for Bitcoin's movement here. I think it was on the CME chart. Yeah. And from here, we kind of come down into this area, then pop up from here, come near the point of control, and then actually break down. A little bit more reaccumulation near the near support here. All right, so what does that mean? So Bitcoin dominance is falling, so we can be reasonably assured that Bitcoin is going to continue to lose value against alts. Does that mean some alts are going to pop off, but some alts are going to fall with Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin just going to continue to trade sideways, and that's what's going to cause alts to pop off, but then Bitcoin is going to fall and take alts with it, and then Bitcoin dominance will rise with that? Huh. What's the dollar doing? Right now we're trading sideways inside of support resistance. Frankly, this can go either way. We do still need to close the month above 93 for continuation, as we previously discussed.
Better get on it.
Yep. So yeah, we're looking at this broad area right here, where you see this has previously been kind of, you know, support, and this is not monthly support. Okay, like, you know, strong support. Boom, boom. Support here, resistance. Are we getting resistance in this spot again? That's why we're looking at this area, and that's why it's my contention that, like, we really have to close above this spot if we want to continue, because otherwise it's probably true that we came up here and then we closed the month below this area. That's a pretty strong rejection. It's like a monthly, like, you up there and then no, back down we go. And we're likely to come down and retest the support of this trading range again. All right, so gosh, with the dollar sideways like this, I don't even know what I would guess as far as the traditional markets. Do you want to guess, Jason?
I'm going to guess that they are down.
Okay.
Oh.
Respectable choice, but slightly incorrect.
Yep.
We're just sideways. So we gapped up today on open, but very little. And then just traded down all day here inside of this order block, which may be resistance. We have a pet theory that one of our I'm sorry, I don't remember which member brought this up, but the member had asked, like, is this potentially a white coffee and distribution pattern? And I said, well, let's try it out and see. It could be that. I think it matches very, very, very well. So you guys want to recall what that looks like? Or some of you are new. Some of you might not have seen a white coffee and distribution pattern. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's load up. This guy sucks. There we go. This guy actually gets to the point without like 50,000 images. All right. Accumulation pattern, accumulation pattern. Here we go. This is the distribution pattern I'm looking for. See, preliminary supply, where large interests begin to unload their shares. The buying climax, where retail is just like, they're just so sure we're going to go. Automatic reaction to the downside. We test upwards, and then we're pushed down again. Hey, wait a second. How are we getting pushed down twice? Like, pullbacks normally, like when we move again, they don't normally get faded in a bullish trend, right? We pull back, we move up, we pull back, we move up even more, we move up even more. That's how bullish trends are supposed to be. But what do we see over here on the Dow Jones? We see this point of supply where large interests start to come in on selling. But then there's a buying climax. We immediately fall down below support here. That's ugly. And we test upwards. Look at that. We several days, right? We're push. But we keep getting sold into all day long. Selling. Boom. We fall again. Sign of weakness. But we push upwards anyway. Upthrust. An upthrust above the distribution area. This is where large institutional interests, having dumped their bags here, they now start going short up here, right? They short this area, and then as we fall back below this distribution area, that's like really it. So we'll know for sure if we fall below 350 here on the Dow, then I will feel assured that this is, we cannot fall back below this area. It's too bearish. If the market is supposed to be bullish, if this is supposed to be a parabolic trend, we have to keep going up. We cannot keep trading sideways like this. That's just not how it works, right? A parabolic trend is one that it's just increasingly it's accelerating, right? It's not even like going at a strong clip but it's like steady. It's not steady. It's accelerating. And when you see something even just go steady, let alone start to kind of turn over like this, it's not bullish. It's not bullish. That does not meet the definition of bullish behavior. So we'll keep our eyes on it. NASDAQ is just bullish, right? Yeah, that's bullish. So we've even broken this, maybe you could call this a resistance area. I'd say long into this hardcore. We were pretty sure on Friday that it was a bullish close. And then here Monday we have confirmation. I like this for the rest of the week. Tech stocks kind of look interesting here to me then. Same for the S&P 500. Maybe I'm crazy just about the Dow Jones. The NASDAQ and the SPY don't seem to be paying any attention. As a matter of fact, you can argue we're getting even more bullish on the S&P 500 here. We're about to break the trend I have drawn. Hold on, let's go. We're on the 12-hour here. All right. This is a 3-day trend. Why aren't these lines making sense? Okay, this makes a bit more sense. Is it a weekly trend? I've got a measured move here set up. We've got a measured move set up? I don't remember that. Alex of the past, why must you leave me these mysteries? All right. Well, these are bullish. These are bullish charts. And the S&P looks strong, new all-time high. NASDAQ looks strong, new all-time high. The Dow Jones looks weak to me, though. And it is suspiciously similar to a distribution pattern.
Yeah, it's pretty spot on so far.
Yeah. Okay, well, start of a new week. We've got a few minutes left. What are commodities doing? Gold is down today. That's fine. I actually think we could reject from this area and trade sideways a little bit more, but ultimately we're going to break upwards. I like gold long here. You guys know that we've been hypothetically long ever since we were right near the lows. Always an ideal time to long something. Silver is more bullish than bearish, but frankly, it could kind of go either way for me. This volume we're dumping into this order block is kind of interesting. Are we buying here? Is this all just buying? So buy, then move up. Palladium is kind of recovering from the retest of the local point of control. What if we redraw this? So it's formerly a log trend. Oh yeah, this line works way better than the line that I had before. I think we can move up a little bit more here on Palladium, maybe even all the way to 2634 before we fall down into this area like we're gonna. Because I have predicted the future, the entirety of the future with this chart. All the futures, all of them. Yes, all the futures. So yeah, Palladium is still destined to tumble here, but the order in which this happens, yeah, I couldn't say for sure. We'll probably retest the highs, not the full highs. This could be a swing failure pattern here. I'm not convinced yet. I guess I feel just wait and see on platinum. Whoops. All right, as you guys know, I have been bearish on Brent crude. But we have to recognize that the commodities markets are not the same as sort of any of the other markets. There's a real world flow of goods associated with Brent crude and cotton and copper and all these other commodities that sort of go beyond simple market supply and demand dynamics. So for the United States, a lot of the crude oil is refined in the Gulf of Mexico area, either on the Texas coast, Louisiana, and of course a lot of it is also like pulled directly out of the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, with the hurricane churning through that area, everything is all the refineries are shut down, and I think, or at least I've heard the argument made, and I'm inclined to agree that is likely impacting the price of Brent crude to the upside. There's less supply. The refineries are down. For now, we have not yet fully broken this downtrend. Actually, this is a better line than the one I had. Yeah, we have not fully broken this downtrend. But as long as we're above $72, I don't want to be short it. It's only I only want to be short below $72. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So if we're back down in this area, send it. Just send it straight to hell. That's what's gonna happen. But up here, above $72, we could move up. All right. Let's look at world markets.
Just another couple minutes, and we'll get into the main request, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Everything is green today, actually. Taiwan pulling back up towards resistance right here. Singapore trading sideways, starting to make me wonder if I pulled the trigger at the wrong moment. Netherlands has been the strongest out of the world markets, and this is continuing to the upside. This actually has surpassed the target that we had previously set based on this broken ascending wedge pattern. India, we were expecting strength after Friday. We got it. The UK stubbornly won't die, just like the UK itself. Hong Kong at support. I'm starting to really like this spot. Like, really, we have to go somewhere by the end of today. We're either got to break upwards or we're going to have to break downwards. We cannot keep trading sideways like we have been. I suspect it'll be to the upside. France is at resistance. I kind of don't like it. China pushing into support. I don't really feel comfortable shorting this spot. And the Aussie economy also showing a little bit of strength here. I'd be tempted to take this long if we could get back up above the daily baseline. Okay, guys, why don't we go ahead and take a look at chart requests and stuff.
All right, guys, requests coming.
But also, let me get a drink of water.
Yes, go do that. We'll give Alex a moment to rest. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the next scene for the request line. Let's do it. Let's hide this and bring up today's first request. Any word. I wasn't sure if this was a request. I logged it anyway. You wrote Pirate Chain with a smiley and AXN with a smiley. Any word, if you're on the chat right now, do confirm. You want us to look at Pirate Chain and AXN? Were those requests, or were you just repping your bags this morning? Let me know, and I will get these requests up for you, or we'll skip them. Just let me know. Philly Car, big shout outs to you in the chat. Boris Bitcoin, welcome back. Boris Bitcoin joins us on DLive, says happy Monday, guys. All right, I see your request, Boris Bitcoin. Gonna add that to the list as well. Let's see what AnyWord has to say. Yes, those were requests as AnyWords. Well then, these are the first requests of the day, guys. Let's get into it. AnyWord wants to look at Pirate Chain first.
Okay. We will have to use CoinTrader. I mean, this target area has held pretty well. Once we broke this trend line, it was time to get out, right? Trend lines. Who knew? And we're just getting, and so that's right, we took a measured move of the break of the trend, and I said we could probably take the short to this area. Now we're in this area. We've got this very interesting wick into our support. See, support. Let's eye this area. Let me take this box, move this down here. There we go. We're gonna kind of eye this area. So support, resistance, come here, boom, support. I don't dislike picking this up in this spot. I kind of want maybe a little bit more confirmation than we have right in the moment. Let's just eye this and wait for the break of the downtrend. If we break this downtrend, I say jam it, because we are probably going to end up near $6 next. This is the area that I would be targeting after that. Okay.
All right.
What's next?
There's your look at Pirate Chain, Mr. AnyWord in the live chat. Next request up is AXN.
Never heard of that one.
That's Axion. Top trading pair, of course, is on Uniswap. So let's break out the. Oh, he's already there.
Oh, I was looking at this chart earlier. This is kind of like a very beautiful chart on BSC right now. You like that?
That is nice.
Very accumulaty. So here we've got finally make a lower low, and then it gets totally faded with wicks into this area. Boom, 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 boom. We just can't get past this support. Well, guess what happens if we can't break support? We go up.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty nice to me. Yeah, all right. AXM. All right. Ooh. Support, resistance, support. I like it. I like this trade. I see what you see. Do we have a break of the downtrend here? Oh my God, that's just so beautiful.
You can get much better than that.
Yeah. I'm there for it. Yeah, I'm there for it. Yeah, I like this. I think you could take this long very easily. It looks like a phenomenal trade. I want to go drop this for a friend. It's a nice looking chart. So what's next?
All right, big shout outs to, of course, any word for those two requests. Going to go ahead and get into the next one, guys. I have collected all of your requests. At this point, we're all caught up. PolyB is next, requesting COTI, COTI on the daily, please.
That's not helpful. Meh. So, surprise, surprise, we rejected from resistance, as price always does. I can't see a good reason to want to be long in this area right now. We could pop up here, back towards resistance. I guess if we got a continuation signal off of this moving average, like if we get a continuation long signal here on time transformation, and Watt is firing off of it's basically like this baseline bounce long, then I may be interested. Perhaps especially if we could close above 50 cents. I'll tell you what, if we close above 50 cents again, jam it. We're probably going to make new all-time highs. No, I guarantee we'll make new all-time highs. But we got to do that thing first. Otherwise, it's not happening. What's next?
All right, that was a great look for COTI for PolyB. Go ahead and get into the next request. What do we have here? We have HNT, Helium Network, also for PolyB. Daily look, please.
I can already see this is a big no from us. Unless you're asking me if this is a short PolyB.
Looks like it's opening up as a short.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this from the angle of, is this a short? All right, well, we don't have a trend break. That's okay. We don't need a trend break for a short. It's just like, it's nice confluence. All right, see, volatility is rising. Watt ARRR, it's close, but it is above our dead zone. This little dotted line right there. So we've got enough momentum here. We're below our moving average, the daily baseline. This is a short PolyB. You're absolutely right. Unless you wanted to take this long, in which case, no. But I think you saw that this is a short, and you're right. We'll put this on our list. You know, unfortunately, the only place we can really short Helium Network is Helium Perp on FTX, and I know some people are having FTX problems. We'll see. I don't really feel comfortable putting up trades that I know some people can't take. It feels like it's like cheating. You know, putting up numbers for the group doesn't matter if the group can't take the trades. Do you know?
Yep.
So we'll see. But I think it's very interesting short. What's next?
All right, there was a look at Helium Network for PolyB. What's next is indeed this one, Quant. Crypto AF 2017. Hey guys, big fan of your show. Will you take a look at QNT and tell me your thoughts? I'm curious if the top is near on this one. All right, that's Crypto AF's request. Let's go into it.
Well, shout out to you too, buddy. Let's take a look. Let me get a different chart. Where can I get more data? I need more data. Oh man, this does look super topped out. I think you are probably not wrong here, but I need more data. See, yeah, oh, this looks like just like the ugly short opportunity. But I need more data.
Data. I can go to the data.
I know Quant's been around longer than August. Did they rebase or something? There we go.
KuCoin, gotcha.
Nope, stay. Yeah, I think you're right, Crypto AF. Not only do we look pretty topped out here, but this is actually a short opportunity on my system. So we come down here below the daily baseline. and we actually trade sideways enough that time transformation doesn't even give us a continuation long signal, we can still take an initial long signal here. We've got enough momentum. Volatility is rising. We're below the daily baseline. We're below zero on our oscillator. That's an initial short signal. Yep. So, yeah, I would probably look to be getting out in this spot, especially because we're below the daily baseline. Even if you think time transformation takes profit too often, and it probably does, certainly when we're below the daily baseline like this, I would be looking to head for the door. What's next?
All right, big shout out to Crypto AF on the Q&T request. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. We have
to pick it back up near $100 and maybe $85.
All right, brilliant. That's your look at Q&T. Let's go into Brix's request. Oh, so just XRT, forget this crowd loan. All right, yes, he did in fact ask something about crowd loans and XRT. Let's just give this XRT a chart a look, assuming we can even pull up the chart. Let me just find this. You know this XRT that he's...
XRT is Robonomics. Yeah, yes. It's on Uniswap and a few other places.
Gotcha. Indeed, it is. Huobi is one of the leading places.
So I have learned a little bit about XRT in my time here on the island. XRT is Robonomics. They do Internet of Things applications, which sounds really nebulous and boring, but imagine like autonomous drones on the blockchain. It's pretty cool. They're doing work on like Mars rover type, like really autonomous drone stuff. Like, oh hey, this is on another planet, so it needs to be really autonomous. So, while the fundamentals sound like really cool and all, this is a butt ugly chart right now.
Yeah. That resistance breaking its trend.
What are you doing here with this trend, Alex? Let's delete that. We look kind of topped out here. We'll break the trend. We come down, come back up. We retest resistance. We make one more new low here on Robonomics. Where should we aim for to pick this up? I guess the places that I'm most interested in are here. Let's see. How do I? No. Okay, fine. Yeah, these are like the best places to be looking. So I guess I'm really interested in this spot the most because down here at $2, it seems just kind of ridiculous. That's just like too bearish almost. But this area right here, that's not too shabby. What is next?
All right, next up. Let's have a look here. Yes, my bad, guys. Well, fixed there. No, my mistake, guys. I actually tapped over. That's the, sometimes things break on the screen. I do apologize for that. No need to shill. Let's go into the next request. Of course, the lemon chest. Indeed, I just stocked that, so I'm going to give everybody about like 60 seconds to prepare. In the meantime, I'll introduce the next request. We have Waves. Waves and Eagled. For Boris Bitcoin, happy Monday, guys. Want to request Waves and Eagled. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. He's nice. He looks nice.
Isn't it?
So this is a good example of turning resistance into support. You could probably consider taking this as a continuation long signal. Maybe take it towards $35 or so. No, I don't see how you take this. Oh, you could take this as an initial long signal, couldn't you? So we're down, we're below the moving average, we're back above it. Where's the qualifying line? Let's look at the data. Qualifying line is at 27.65. Okay, so we're above the qualifying line right now. So we couldn't take it as an initial long signal. Oh, and we also don't have quite enough momentum. I guess it's just not, with my system, it just like didn't quite make the cut.
Yep. Part of the game.
But I mean, you could consider it to be one. I mean, what if we were using like a 65-day moving average? In that case, I bet it'd be a little bit over here, and then we'd be saying, oh, it's a continuation long signal, it's just fine. So this could be one of those things where it's like, you know, my system is not optimized here for waves in particular. It's just, you know, works fairly well across USD pairs. You could consider taking it. I like this break of resistance, but with my system, I just kind of couldn't quite do it right now. What's next?
All right, well, there was a look at E-Golden Waves, and let's get into the chest. I do have this prepped to open, guys. Here's your heads up. By the time you hear this, I'm going to be clicking this thing open, so get your chest distribution ready. All right. Quick couple comments I am going to highlight here. Earlier on, Mr. Ether snarkily wrote, we don't do fundamentals, question mark. I think you beginning to describe the inner workings.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, the ideas are still exciting, but what the chart should tell you is that fundamentals just don't fucking matter to the price in the short term. I mean, the XRT chart looks bad. And it doesn't matter how exciting the stuff they're doing with drones and stuff are, because, you know, the market either clearly doesn't value it right this second, or, you know, it doesn't value it like at all for whatever reason. It's, you know, yeah. How much do the fundamentals really matter, guys? But anyway, I think it's an exciting project. You know, from what I hear about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and from what I've read about it.
I mean, I don't think it was. I mean, it was. I certainly enjoyed getting at least a brief idea of Robonomics and what they do. It kind of reminds me like the 17 days where people were coming up with all types of wacky ICO token ideas. Everything was getting tokenized. People thought everything, decentralization can be applied to everything. Let's tokenize.
Well, Robonomics has been around since like 2016 or something like that. They've just been like building. They've got like a shitty marketing team, or I think they're a shitty marketing team. I mean, come on, Robonomics, drones on the blockchain. I mean, the idea just sells itself, okay? Like, you don't need to be a marketing whiz to say it. But no, it's like, oh, we do Internet of Things, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what does that even mean? Internet of Things, like, oh, so my dishwasher can talk to my stove.
You know what it is, dude? It's because they need maybe more marketing person to finesse those details. That's like the cool technical side under it, because you got to wonder, like, what is it really all for? Why can't you centralize it? And part of it, I think the drone idea is that these things need to intercommunicate, and you need to kind of harmonize the protocol between like all these different drones, right? And then, in fact, you have to actually pay other drones on the network some small incremental amount of some token just for the data that they're providing back to make this thing fly consistently in the air and not crash, right? So everything needs to share data in the air, everything needs to share telemetry. You got to tokenize that. You got to make an incentive in the marketplace for people to pay for that data to fly their drones, etc. I get what they do that, but you gotta somehow finesse this idea for marketing. But guys, that's the fundamentals. We don't usually do that. Mr. Ether's right, so let's just continue. I do see. Let's see here. All right. Quant was only recently added to Coinbase Pro. Right. The Coinbase effect. Okay. On we go, guys. We have Coco. Cocoa for Philly Car. He says, can I request cocoa in the traditional market commodities, please? Alex, maybe you should have put that in there earlier, but if you don't mind, maybe take a look at...
Let me find it. Here's some cocoa futures. All right, we'll go with the continuous contracts. This is a pretty stable price. So the question is, are we going to continue trading sideways here, or is cocoa's price actually going to break out? Well, we do have a break of the downtrend. What's our trading range? Yeah, support, resistance. Get even higher time frame. This is a commodity. Let's go to the monthly. We'll look at the 3 monthly. Or the quarterly, whatever you want to call it. The monthly's turned up here. Say for now, I'm biased to the upside on cocoa futures. I think we might be able to break out of this multi-year sideways pattern and head towards resistance.
I think he wanted to look at a different ticker, COCAO.
I mean, presumably he means COCOA.
Well, no, he corrected himself. COCAO, sir, not cocoa.
Well, there's no COCAO.
Well,
Yep, I don't know.
there might be a misspelling either in the...
Well, there's no cacao either. So,
Yes.
like, listen, guys.
It's got to
like,
be cocoa, trust me. Philly monitors the commodities markets. This is one such commodity. Everything makes sense, gentlemen. It is cocoa. Let's continue. That was your look at cocoa, gentlemen. Let's go into Alex 1233 on DLive requesting BNT.
See what Bancor's up to. Oh, this is the monthly. Let's head back down here to less nosebleed time frames. I think we could see just like a quick retest of resistance and then pop up here. We're kind of looking for all the markets to do that, right? To sort of... I really need to use BitMEX here. It's got to be a little bit better data. This will do fine. There we go. We're sideways. Peg this area. Boom. Burst upwards. That's what we're... Then again, we did retest this area on most other coins, and we just didn't on Bancor. What's the Bitcoin chart like? Bancor Bitcoin. If I had to be long or short, I would way prefer to be long in this spot. Right? What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, for sure. I like that basing period right there.
Yeah, it's kind of basing, consolidating here. Several months.
Running out of steam.
Maybe. I guess, you know, if I had to choose, I would rather be long in this area. So we see. I see why I didn't keep the green color. The green color is just a little bit too. It's just a little bit too green. There we go. This is fine. This is. No, it's still too green. This doesn't agree with me. So I'm looking at this as potentially a swing failure pattern. So low, a lower low, and then we just can't make a lower low anymore because there's too many buyers. So we make a higher low, and this, you know, it's like sort of showing. It's like, if things are so bearish, why aren't we continuing to make lows? Why are we trading sideways and upwards? Because it's not bearish anymore. Because we're getting a reversal. So potentially. Yeah, I think I like it alongside. What's next?
All right. Well, there was a generous look at BNT, but the Cocoa request, I should say, slew of controversy concerning Cocoa, I guess, since looking at it on the charts here. Ron Legato says, lol, it's a cocaine precursor. I'm not even sure we should be using those words, but we're out of shadow ban, so let's keep it rolling.
Talk about cocaine on this show.
B
If
flows.
we can't say the words cocaine on YouTube, then what good is YouTube?
Maybe you can't say cocaine and precursor, you know, one sentence. But B-Flow says maybe he meant cocaina. Yes, maybe that one. Right. What's the cocaine futures chart look like, gentlemen? This isn't the old. This isn't the old.
My friend. It's up only.
This isn't the Coca-Cola chart.
Balloons.
All right, let's up. All right, let's see here. All right, guys, that's enough of that for now. Let's get to the next request before we begin to wind things down. What is this? Jack Deep over on Twitch writes, can we look at UWI USDT? What the hell is UWI? That's double OOE.
The open ocean.
Great name.
Nah, this chart is strong.
Does appear so.
I think I might need a lower time frame here. This is kind of interesting volume here, around 60 cents. I don't like this green. How did we end up with the green? We were doing a different color before, right? It was like bluish.
Yeah,
Am I going crazy over here?
Wasn't it like a purplish hue?
Oh my gosh, maybe it has been green all along.
I remember a different color.
Oh, okay. Here's a blue one. Okay. Oh, thought I was going crazy. All right, what were we looking at? Were we looking at open ocean still?
Yes, it was open ocean. Did we give that a look?
We are. We got disturbed by the.
Man, you gotta have separate text file where you save all your color codes, bro. Come on.
Anyway, I think it could go upwards here. I'm biased to the upside. If you were to close back below this downtrend, I'd be out. Because I think we could end up retesting the 60 cent area. It's kind of down here. So you look on lower time frames. Let's see. It's this spot right here. We are still below resistance. So if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't be a buyer in this spot. I would rather be a buyer above 85 cents. I think we're done.
Done to look at UI? Well, I certainly hope so. Let's go ahead and, at the very least, shout out the remaining requests. We've got 2 left on the board. We have REMX, Rare Earth, please, for Jordan Stotts in the YouTube chat. We can certainly look at that. And one final request from GT Mark IV. Let's look at REMX.
All right, spell that.
REMX.
Looks bullish. Seems to be a new all-time high. Seems to be breaking above resistance. Closing above the moving average. Yeah. It looks solid.
Wow, they really stepped on the gas late 2019, late 2020.
Yeah, supply chain problems probably. What is next? What's the
All right,
second?
the very final request of the day comes from GT Mark IV on YouTube. Bitcoin, Litecoin, buy it. Cardano, get some. All right, may even be more of a comment than a request, but indeed, GT Mark IV saying Bitcoin, Litecoin, buy it. Did we look at? I think we did look at Litecoin at some point today. Did you?
Yeah, we looked.
But I think he means generally speaking, buy Bitcoin, buy Litecoin. Cardano, get you some. Man, I really wish I indeed have been holding Cardano for years. Alas, I am an Ethereum boy, and this is just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, in blockchain. But thank you for that, GT Mark IV. It's a good way to end the show. The final request just happens to be a comment telling you it's money, reminding you, I should say, it's Money Monday, guys. This is a good time of week, once a month, once a week. You allocate a little bit something to something you've been eyeing. A couple suggestions here from GT Mark IV. This isn't, of course, investment advice. But average in, trade safely, guys. Gonna wind things down here. Final words to our analysts.
Trade safely, guys.
Yep. My narrative still hasn't changed. I still think that we break down from here. The longer we go sideways, the more bearish it is to me. So, gotta stay patient.
Dragging it out sideways. All right. See you guys tomorrow for the Tuesday installment of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Do check the Discord and the description below for the timestamps. And of course, be sure to check out premium.krakencryptocurrency.com for all our premium offerings. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Goodbye.